So now we finally get into the juicy part where we'll derive things, prove things, deduce things using tools learned earlier. So our point number 1 is that the diagonal of a parallelogram divides it into two congruent triangles. So first of all, I should know what congruent triangles are and what are the related properties, which we have covered in the previous video. And if you do not know what congruence is, a lot of this will not make sense to you. And congruence is a very important tool, so it makes sense to spend some time and master it and then come back to this topic. But for now, I am going to assume that you are fairly comfortable with the idea of congruence. So my job is to prove that the two triangles that are created when a diagonal is drawn across a parallelogram are going to be congruent to each other. So let's get started. First piece of information given to me already, because the problem statement said the diagonal of a parallelogram. That means line AB is parallel to line CD and line AC is parallel to line BD. Now I draw a diagonal across the parallelogram from A to D, and I notice that AD will work like a transversal between the parallel line CD and AB. Now a transversal cutting across a parallel line implies that the alternate interior angles are going to be equal to each other. That means angle DAB is equal to angle CDA. It will make more sense if you draw the figure out and notice these things for yourself and name and even more importantly be clear with the names. So angle DAB is equal to angle CDA, alternate interior angles. Similarly, angle CAD is equal to angle BDA. Now if I am talking about these two triangles, I notice that in these two triangles, two angles are equal to each other. If I have gone through congruence, some ideas might be kicking in already. Angle side angle congruence can be applied here. Two angles are definitely equal to each other. That is because of the transversal across a parallel line. Not only that, I see that AD is a common base for both triangles ACD as well as ABD. That means AD is also the same for both the triangles. That means for these two triangles, two angles are equal and the included side between the two angles is also equal. That means angle side angle congruence kicks in and therefore the two triangles are congruent to each other. What is angle side angle congruence? If you do not know this idea, please go through the video on congruence and then come back to this topic, because in every other thing that we'll be proving today, at least in this video, we'll be using congruence a lot. So be very familiar with it if you're not already. So this was my proof. So let's move to proof number 2, that in any given parallelogram, the opposite angles are equal to each other. That means my job is to prove that angle A is equal to angle D and angle C is equal to angle B. So let's get started. How will I do this? Once again, first of all, I'll draw a diagonal across the parallelogram AD. And because it is a parallelogram, I already know that line AB is going to be parallel to line CD and AD is working as a transversal across two parallel lines. And using the same idea once again, that the alternate interior angles when a transversal is drawn across a parallel lines are equal to each other. So I see that angle 1 is equal to angle 3 and angle 2 is equal to angle 4. Moreover, I see that angle A is equal to angle 1 plus 2 and angle D is equal to angle 3 plus 4. And now using that 1 is equal to 3 and 2 is equal to 4, I can prove that angle A is essentially equal to angle 3 plus 4. Why? Because 1 is equal to 3 and 2 is equal to 4. So instead of 1 plus 3, so instead of 1 plus 2, I can also say 3 plus 4. And 3 plus 4 is nothing but angle D, and therefore I have proven that angle A is equal to angle D. That is one way of doing it. You can draw another diagonal from C to B and use the same logic, and you will also be able to prove that angle C and angle B are also equal to each other. Or once again, you can use the idea of congruence. We just used angle side angle congruence, and again we have noticed the angles that are equal to each other, and side AD is again common. So I know triangle CAD is going to be congruent to triangle BDA, and therefore angle B corresponds to angle C. All the angles in a congruent triangle are equal to each other, therefore angle B will be equal to angle C. So that is another way of proving it, and our job is done. Next up for proving is that in a parallelogram the opposite sides are equal to each other, because remember our definition only included that the opposite sides are parallel to each other. Their sizes we had not discussed, their measurements we had not gone into. Now we are saying that the opposite sides are equal, and once again I want to prove why they are equal to each other. So I will follow the same process, draw a diagonal, and I know the alternate interior angles are equal. I know the included side between these two angles, AD, is also equal. So angle side angle congruence will kick in. Triangle CAD will be congruent to triangle BDA. And therefore, you know that CA is equal to BD, AD is equal to DA already, and CD is equal to BA. So whatever direction you want to move in, you see that opposite sides are equal to each other, right? And a very easy proof, because half the work we have already done in the previous couple of theorems. Now something we do a lot in geometry is also try and prove the converse, the opposite of the theorem that we have just proved. So now what I am saying is that if there is a quadrilateral, I am not saying it is a parallelogram, I am saying if there is a quadrilateral and I tell you opposite sides of the quadrilateral are equal, it has to be a parallelogram. That means if we are talking about a quadrilateral and the opposite sides are equal to each other, it will be a parallelogram. So see if we can prove that now. So draw a parallelogram for yourself, ABCD, and you know opposite sides are equal. That means AC is equal to DB and CD is equal to AB. Now once again I will use the idea of congruence. I see two triangles. I see that two sides are equal. Not only that, if I take AD as a third common side to both the triangles, I see three sides are equal. When three sides of two triangles are equal, they are congruent. And now we are using SSS congruence. Again, a very basic idea if you have gone through congruence. So using SSS congruence, I know triangle CAD is congruent to triangle BDA. And if I name the angles formed at point A and point D as 1, 2, 3 and 4, I see 1 is equal to 3 and 2 is equal to 4. Why is that? Because when these two triangles are congruent, all the angles are equal to each other. So angle CDA is going to be equal to angle BAD, or angle CAD is going to be equal to angle BDA. Now because the alternate interior angles are equal to each other, you can go backwards and say line CD and line AB are going to be parallel to each other, because we learned this idea in a transversal cutting across a parallel line. When a transversal cuts across a parallel line, the alternate interior angles are equal. If there is a transversal and there are alternate interior angles are equal, the original lines are going to be parallel, the same converse theorem. So using that idea, I notice that the alternate interior angles are equal, and therefore it is proven that AB is going to be parallel to CD. You can repeat the process again in the other direction and you will also be able to prove that AC is going to be parallel to BD. So if there is a quadrilateral and the opposite sides are equal, you can definitely say that it is going to be a parallelogram. And what does that mean to you now that it is a parallelogram? A parallelogram then means that you can further use that angle A is equal to angle D and angle C is equal to angle B, and sum of all the angles is going to be 360 degrees, or whatever other tools you have picked on the journey so far.